Brandi Passante may be a fan favorite on Storage Wars, but her path to fame certainly wasn't easy. From a hardscrabble childhood to unexpected TV stardom, her transformation has been nothing short of remarkable. Brandi Passante was born in 1980 in Harris County, Texas. She was surrounded by male energy from a young age, with brothers who liked to torture their sister. As she explained in an interview with Lifetime, that aspect of her childhood wound up preparing her for working within the male-dominated environment showcased on Storage Wars. She told the outlet, "I find that the men in my business will walk all over you once they discover your weaknesses, so you have no choice but to develop a thick skin." While Passante hasn't divulged a whole lot of details about her pre-Storage Wars past, during a 2021 appearance on the Spirit Talk hosted by Siobhan and Sabrina podcast, she did confess to having a tumultuous childhood. In the course of that conversation, Passante also admitted she often felt out of place as a kid. She said,
I was constantly questioning if I was adopted or something because I just felt like I never belonged in that situation,
Passante first entered the orbit of future partner Jarrod Schultz in 1999 when they were working together at a carpet cleaning company. Eventually, the two coworkers began dating. However, in an interview with Inquirer.net, Passante revealed that she didn't immediately jump into his arms, adding, "That was a process. He wore me down. He was persistent." She may have hesitated at first because Schultz wasn't yet the charming guy he would later become. Schultz told the Orange County Register, "A mutual friend put notes on my truck, reminding me to be nice to Brandi because I could be abrasive." When Passante finally relented and agreed to go on a date with him, there was another stumbling block that needed to be overcome. He added, "Technically, I was her boss, and you were not supposed to do that." Of course, they did, and it wasn't long before they took the next step in their relationship. Schultz and Passante aren't married, but they do have two children, a son named Cameron and a daughter named Peyton. While the parents have kept their children mostly out of the public eye, they have talked about the health difficulties they have endured, something that Passante discussed during an appearance on the Dad Diary podcast. She revealed, "Peyton, when she was born, she was deaf, and she also had a cleft palate, not the lip, but the soft palate at the back. She had her first surgery when she was 6 weeks old. According to the proud mom, Peyton's hearing completely healed, and she even joined her school's cheerleading squad."
And I think that was kind of life-changing for her. She became more confident.
Meanwhile, Cameron experienced health issues of his own, with Passante recalling that a checkup for an ongoing urological condition revealed a mass on his kidney. The doctors kept an eye on it for a while, but eventually he became symptomatic. She added,
Cam and I spent 3 months at the Children's Hospital of Orange County.
Really?
And he missed three months of high school.
After Passante and Schultz started a family, he ventured into a new career in the mortgage industry, while she focused on raising their children. However, the experience ultimately left her feeling unfulfilled. She told Lifetime, "I used to be a stay-at-home mom and it was very difficult for me. I love my kids, but I felt alienated and depressed when I didn't have a career." When the recession hit in the latter half of the 2000s, Schultz suddenly found himself out of a job and without any unemployment benefits to cushion the blow. Salvation came from his aunt, who managed a storage facility, and informed him about the auctions for the contents of abandoned units. The couple began attending those auctions and bidding on lockers, figuring anything valuable that they could salvage could be sold at a profit. They wound up accumulating enough stuff that storing it became an issue. This propelled them to open their own secondhand outlet, the Now and Then thrift shop, setting the stage for a new and unexpected chapter. As their thrift shop took off, Passante and Schultz continued attending storage unit auctions, becoming fixtures on the scene. It was at one of those auctions that Schultz wound up chatting with a TV producer who was developing what would eventually become Storage Wars. Several months later, the producer contacted him and their conversation led to a camera crew filming it now and then. As it happened, Passante was on duty at the shop that day and attracted the attention of the producer. Schultz recalled in his interview with the Orange County Register, "They asked me, 'Who's the girl up front? Would she mind being on TV?' The footage being filmed was for the Storage Wars pilot, although they had no idea what that would eventually mean." Passante explained to the Sailing Courier, "They asked if we wanted to be on camera for a few minutes. We really didn't think it would go anywhere, but it became a big deal." Based on the footage shot, the two were eventually asked to join the cast of the first season of Storage Wars. Storage Wars proved to be an out-of-the-box hit, with the 2010 series premiere luring 2 million viewers. By 2012, ratings had doubled, with each episode attracting an average audience of 4 million viewers. The show that Passante and Schultz had hoped would bring attention to their secondhand store instead launched them into TV stardom. Suddenly, they were celebrities.
I'm feeling really good. There's nothing that can put me in a bad mood today. It's gonna be awesome.
When they weren't running their store and raising their kids, they were filming for the show, a schedule that pretty much forced them to be together on a 24/7 basis. Initially, that didn't prove all that beneficial for the couple's relationship. Passante told Lifetime, "When we were first starting out, we would have rock star fights. So we had to make the decision not to bring what happened on the show home. It can be hard sometimes because there are some emotional days. And sometimes we say hurtful things to each other in the heat of the moment while shooting." As Passante admitted while speaking with the Dad Diary podcast, she soon discovered another downside to her instant TV fame.
I did have to move at one point to like a guard-gated community. It was definitely life-changing.
As Storage Wars continued its runaway success, A&E executives turned their eyes to the show's breakout couple. That led to the 2014 spinoff Brandi and Jarrod, Married to the Job. The focus shifted from storage lockers to the part of their lives that hadn't been seen on camera, raising their kids and running their shop. As the Orange County Register pointed out, the new show was far removed from Storage Wars, placing the couple in contrived sitcom-style scenarios that encouraged the bickering and bantering that fans had come to love. Schultz told the outlet, "It makes our dysfunction seem a little less dysfunctional." Apparently, viewers didn't want to delve that deeply into the couple's personal lives. Brandi and Jarrod, Married to the Job, was axed after just one season. When the sitcom-style shenanigans of Brandi and Jarrod, Married to the Job failed to connect with viewers, Passante and Schultz returned to Storage Wars. But it was later revealed that the couple privately split before the airing of season 12 in 2018. When the 2021 season rolled around, the two shared the news with viewers in the debut episode. Schultz noted during the episode,
Just because me and Brandi aren't together anymore doesn't mean we can't go to an auction, but separately.
Speaking with Distractify before the premiere of that season, Passante seemed to be relishing her single status, particularly in relation to her role in Storage Wars. She explained, "I'm actually really excited that I'm out there by myself doing this. I brought a couple of friends with me, and I think it's going to be funny and interesting. And I think I'm more excited about this season than I have been in the past." 2020 was not a great year for Brandi Passante. She was still reeling from the breakup of her long-term relationship with Schultz when her father passed away. Passante broke the news on Instagram, sharing a photo of herself as a baby in her father's arms. In the caption, she wrote, "I will miss you terribly." During her appearance on Spirit Talk hosted by Siobhan and Sabrina, Passante said that her father had been ill for some time before he died, revealing,
He ended up dying of lung cancer.
4 years after her father's death, Passante paid tribute via Instagram, sharing a series of photos set to the late John Prine single, "When I Get to Heaven." When Passante returned to Storage Wars for the first post-pandemic season in 2021, she found herself facing Schultz, which understandably made the locker auctions a bit awkward. She told Distractify at the time, "Luckily, I don't run into him that often. It's been 3 years since we broke up, and I would like to say that it was a little nicer than it is, but it's not. It's a little tense, but we seem to get through it." In an interview with Pop Culture, Passante admitted the mandated COVID-19 testing and safety protocols that had been put in place for filming had resulted in a scenario that was weird for everyone, even beyond the awkwardness of the split. That said, she also believed that she and the other members of the Storage Wars cast had found their stride again. The tension Passante mentioned with Schultz took a serious turn just weeks after the April 2021 season premiere of Storage Wars. As TMZ reported, Passante was hanging out with some friends at an Orange County bar when Schultz turned up at the establishment. The two reportedly got into a heated argument, with Passante telling Schultz to leave. According to law enforcement officials, Schultz didn't leave, and the argument between the two escalated. At one point, Schultz allegedly pushed Passante and police were called. He had left the bar by the time officers arrived on the scene, and the allegations were detailed in a police report. Cops later paid Schultz a visit, but he reportedly denied getting physical with Passante. The officers apparently doubted the veracity of his account. He was charged with a single count of misdemeanor domestic violence battery. Perhaps not coincidentally, Schultz did not return for any subsequent seasons of Storage Wars after the incident. Unlike her ex, Passante did return for new seasons of Storage Wars, while also juggling other projects. One of these was the Happening Now with Hammer podcast, where she first appeared as a guest before announcing she would be joining as a co-host.
So Brandi, I welcome you as well. So cool to be working with you.
Oh,
Thank
God.
you.
Meanwhile, she also moved on romantically, revealing she was in a relationship with boyfriend Clifford Beaver. While Beaver certainly isn't in the public eye, we know that he owns the Orange County-based bar and grill, Our Place. In May 2024, Passante posted Beaver an Instagram shout-out for his birthday, posting a series of photos featuring the two of them together. If you or someone you know is dealing with domestic abuse, You can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. You can also find more information, resources, and support at their website.